entire life fits in the palm of my hand. I've had type 1 diabetes for 10 years, and I will be speaking about how this disease shaped my life and made me more responsible, as represented by this insulin pen. First, I will tell you about my diagnosis. Then I'll explain what the disease is, where the insulin pen fits in, and how diabetes has changed who I am. To begin, I should tell you about the week that altered my life forever. I was almost 7 when I was diagnosed, and I had no idea the responsibility I would soon be taking on. I spent a week in the hospital learning how to take care of myself, and because my pancreas no longer produced insulin, I practiced administering shots to oranges. I was educated on the importance of my diet, how to check my blood sugar, and what to do if it was above or below the normal range. Once my parents had passed the rigorous exams, and I was as much of a diabetes expert that a 7-year-old can be, we left the hospital. At first, my parents gave me my shots, but after a few years, I took the reins. The daily injections that I had to give soon became routine, and the finger pricks nothing but a simple ritual. Most people misunderstand what type 1 diabetes really is. Many people believe that it's caused by eating too much sugar, which is wholly untrue. You've likely heard people say, "Don't eat that or you'll get diabetes," or even made a joke yourself about diabetics being fat or the disease being self-inflicted. Type 1 diabetes, or just T1D, isn't triggered by anything. It just develops and nobody knows why. It occurs when the pancreas, a small organ just beneath the stomach, ceases to produce insulin, which combats glucose in the foods you eat and regulates sugar levels in the blood. There is currently no known cure to T1D. Now, the insulin pen I mentioned earlier is extremely important to my condition. I must give insulin whenever I eat anything. If I give too much and my blood sugar is low, I could pass out and this could be fatal. But on the other hand, if I give too little, my blood sugar becomes high and this could also be fatal. Diabetes has changed my life. It's made me more responsible for myself, and it allows me to be even healthier than the average person through constant blood draws, finger pricks, and a wholesome diet. Of course, if I had a choice, I would have loved to live without T1D, but I've come to accept this as a big part of my life and learned how to see the positives through it. To conclude, my T1D has made me a stronger person through its trials and challenges. As I first explained, diabetes is a complicated condition that must be learned right away. Even though it is widely misunderstood and challenges me regularly, I am extremely grateful that I have life-giving resources such as an insulin pen available to me. Whatever happens to me because of T1D, I know that I can survive and rise above it. I am the one who decides who I am, and I will not let this disease define me.